And joining us today to discuss the latest economic developments related to the BRICS summit in Russia is the political science assistant professor, Dr. Neha Sinha. And welcome to Qnews Economic Bulletin.
Thank you.
You can hear me, Ms. Sinha?
Yes. Am I audible?
Perfect. How can the expanded BRICS Plus leverage the geographies of the member states to establish greater influence in international trade negotiations, do you think?
The BRICS. There was a meeting in June that was held by the BRICS ministers of foreign affairs, international relations. There they had exchanged views on major global and regional trends and issues. Where the focus was between the cooperation of transport agencies of the BRICS countries, and the focus was basically put on the importance of convergence of approaches to develop efficient and secure international transport corridors. There the discussion came up about the free trade agreement. While currently there is no BRICS plus free trade deal, members are working on establishing common standards for products, optimizing business methods, and removing barriers to market entry to facilitate trade. Now, it is worth noting that BRICS plus countries could leverage their connection with other free trade blocs, they belong to. For example, India played a leading role in the South Asian Free Trade Agreement, SAFTA. Russia, if you see Russia has common trade space with the Eurasian Economic Union. Now, South Africa participant is another. It participates in the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, which is very important for the African continent. Again, Brazil, if you see, it is a member of the Southern Common Market, and China takes part in the Regional Comprehensive, Economic Partnership, which is RCEP, and we see that RCEP is a regional free trade agreement that complements and builds upon Australia's existing free trade agreements with around 14 other Indo-Pacific countries. So all these together, we see there is a large scope where these countries can come together and work in this sphere.
And Dr. Sinha, how do you think can the BRICS Plus nations benefit from each other's international maritime trade corridors and existing trade agreements? If you can shed some light.
It's basically, yeah. If we see that there's this emphasis on equally important the need to ensure the safety, and if we see the position of the countries and the BRICS Plus nation, the strategic location of different countries in the maritime security domain, it becomes very important. So the transport corridors, the international transport corridors, it helps in preventing, the supply chain disruption, you can say, and it also ensures maritime transport security in accordance or in order to work with the international law. And also in the meeting where it was discussed about the necessary information exchange in the transport sphere to increase logistic efficiency, and it will further lead to the reduction in the transport transport costs. So all these areas are somehow important when we talk about the strategic location of these different countries. If we talk about the BRICS plus countries, which has been added to BRICS last year and recently Argentina this year. So yes, the strategic location becomes important here.
But do you think at the moment, Dr. Sinha, with whatever is happening around the world now, can the BRICS Plus establish trade agreements to increase their influence in the global trade sphere?
I feel that none of the organization can function in isolation. So definitely, I see BRICS as one of the important and very efficient organization, especially after BRICS Plus. I see a lot of developments or a lot of engagement. How it has strengthened economic integration. It has tried to reduce the influence of US on the global stage also, and the how it is encouraging other countries to form alliances to develop regional cooperation also becomes important. So somehow it's playing a vital role in expanding its wing, and how BRICS group has become a major political force in the last 2 decades. Also, we have seen it is building on its desire to create a counterweight to Western influence in global institutions. So all these areas, if we delve in, we see how BRICS is coming up with a very, it has become a very potential and very important, efficient organization.
But do you think that the BRICS Plus at the moment, the BRICS Plus nations, can actually leverage the existing agreements like the RCEP or the SAFTA or the AFCFT to build stronger global trade networks?
Definitely, definitely. For example, if you see, if you talk about RCEP, RCEP, we see many Australian export business currently make these assessments. For example, between SAFTA, and it is conceivable that the BRICS Plus might capitalize on these various connection to synergize trade deals and arrangements. So definitely, I think with collaboration and working together with organizations like RCEP, African Trade Agreement, SAFTA, EAEU, and the Southern Common Market, it will definitely benefit the BRICS Plus nation.
Well, thank you very much, Political Science Assistant Professor Dr. Neha Sinha, for your insights.